Hello, welcome to my channel and videos. I hope you are very well, friends. Yes, what should we ask the person in our mind? What is your situation around third people? What is your situation around third people? Yes, let's ask a question to the person in our mind. What is your situation around the third person, friends? Yes, we said what is your situation around the third person? Yes, friends, we ask the person in our mind a question. What is your situation around the third person? Yes, our question is exactly this now. Says I am two people. I am stuck between two situations, but for me material is very important. I need to be in this cycle. I am a person who is very fond of material income. I can't do whatever I want. She says me. There is a talisman queen next to me or in her life. The talisman queen here could be her spouse or partner or a real mother who exerts power over her, i.e. her mother and father. Now think sometimes such people, let me say this, are threatened by their mothers and fathers with money under a stick. So let it be as we want it to be. What we say, let it be like this, friends. I say restricted two persons. I am stuck between two situations. On one side there is a queen of sim. Let's see someone who has the power in his hands for the person in our mind. It could be a spouse or a partner. On the other side there is a you who has become constructive, selfish, friends. On the other hand there is a justice card here. The person in our mind could have a fair process related to money, related to work, i.e. there could be a take and give event. If she made an investment from somewhere, if she bought something, think of it as a house, a plot of land, a house. If she had a payment problem, she could be in a situation like law, but it seems to be related to work and money. There are many issues concerning money now. In these issues, whichever one it is, the person in your mind is in a very big trouble. She is experiencing a great destruction, friends. She has such a trouble, the person in your mind. Yes, here you have passed to a constructive selfishness. You say yourself, you know my wishes will happen, what I say will happen this way. It can't happen. But there are two feminine energies affecting the person in our mind. One is the situation of being a spouse or partner. Maybe she has kept her taut in her hand. There is a marriage bond in accordance with the traditional structure, or there is a common business life with this person. There is such a situation. On the other hand, there is an emperor inside. The emperor here may be a mother or someone she considers as a mother, friends. Sometimes the emperor represents both the mother and the spouse can do it, friends. That's why in between look like this. Two people are going through such a destruction. He says she is stuck between two situations, but she says I can't do the restricted. I said this, he says, because in order to make a new start with you, friends should not feel restricted. But what he says, I can't do that, I can't do that. I says the restricted like this. However, here too there is no restriction. Here the ropes are loose, that tie in your eye is loose. You say if you want you can do it, you can do it, friends. Say here in the Five of Swords there is a situation of seeing ingratitude, lies, deceit, backstabbing, work, not getting the reward of your efforts, and this situation keeps him in this dual situation, living next to the emperor. That is if he has a mother, or if he takes the place of a mother, an elder. Friends, I am not saying his wife. Look, if he has an elder, it is because of this person influence or someone he knows. He could even be his friend, but it seemed more like a family elder to me. Listening to these people, he showed himself limited. His Tim C. he was with him. He looks like him, someone who loves money, power, friends, but things he never expected happen. Friends, see ingratitude. What you wanted was to make a new beginning, but I can't do it. I can't leave the limited material, accept me. Like this he might have said you and there be both you in your life, don't go out on one side, you be on the other side. He may have said friends, yes, I chose a card on the Ace of Wands. Look, here is a new beginning. It says restrict friends. Actually he is able to make a new beginning. He can achieve this if he wants, however difficult it is, and crown it with a victory. Regarding the person we said, what is your situation with third parties? I say two people are stuck between two situations. I can't do it, restricted, but after experiencing an ingratitude event we will experience a great destruction, material and spiritual friends, because there is money here and there is justice here. In this process will be a situation that needs to be solved with justice and judicial processes. After experiencing these things, look, if he takes a step, maybe after these troubles he will take a step when the real face of the people is revealed, when the masks fall off. He can only do it that way. Yes, the King of Wands appeared on the card we drew on the sword shape. My friends, actually, he is very arrogant, very egoistic, looking over his shoulder, saying what I want, what I say. There is a person in our minds here, my friends. He has made himself very ego and shown himself to be limited. Whereas Pabalai, actually, he had the potential to do this here. We see this with the Six of Wands, friends. Yes, I chose a muscle on the Pentacle duo. Look what happened. Celebration can be third parties. We said, how are you with third parties? They may have made a celebration because he preferred that side. There is something like that, but let me show you this. In the first trace I look at the Justice card, the Pentacle duo and the Tower. Actually, after experiencing a financial devastation, we chose this on the Pentacle duo. There is a celebration. After that there was a possibility of seeing ingratitude. After the first opening of the cards there was already a possibility of seeing ingratitude. The person you have in mind will encounter great ingratitude. They will not be able to get the reward of their efforts. Was this the reward for all the effort I put in? And it is very bad. Other people who will be destroyed financially and spiritually can also make a celebration because it is like this. In fact, he thinks he will play everyone like this. Look, they played him, friends. I will say that. What can I say? Yes, I chose a card on the Queen of Wands. The Pentacles trio came out, friends. There is a common business, common living area from the Pentacles trio here. The person we have in mind chose the common business, common living area, chose the money. You can be there too. Let it be. Look, I have to accept me like this. If I leave this place my business will go wrong, so money is a must. How will I do it? How will I do it this way? Let it be. You may have said to you may have also switched to a constructive selfishness and said, no, this way I don't want it. You wanted a solidity from the syllogism trio here. I also liken it to a roof. It will be a solid under the same roof, a possibility. Think of it like a house, friends. You may have said something like that. Some of you, the card I drew on the Queen of Pentacles is the Prince of Hearts. Look, the Prince of Hearts, friends, here, despite your family, friends, or with him wanting to start over with you and dreaming of this, making plans for this, there is a person in your mind. How are you with the third person? We said, what situation are you with the third person? He thinks of you with you, how he can revive this situation. He is making plans, i.e., I want this old situation to happen again in my life, i.e., for you. He says, in my life. Yes, I will draw a card on top of the Justice card. Look, yes, the Six of Hearts came out, friends. Miss you very much. He misses you very much, i.e., That Oslem will prevail here. He is making plans because in the area he made a choice. There is money but no love, no affection. Friends, where there are stones we cannot talk about love. Only interests are in question with the Six of Hearts here. Also divine justice, because we drew this on top of the justice card. Divine justice, for example, if he went away someone else instead of you, if he preferred. It seems like that here he misses the old days again in the past. Let's say there is a street or a neighborhood where he did business. He wants to come there. Did you meet before? At a workplace he works there. He wants to come. He says, if I go there, if I see him, I can revive some things like the old days. Maybe some things can repeat between us. I can get that feeling. Six of Hearts is a deep longing card. Friends can suddenly come across you. He can come to your neighborhood or come to your workplace. So wherever he sees you the most, he knows where you are. Friends can suddenly come across you. He can suddenly come across you. He can also get news about you from people you know in common. Maybe friends. Empress card on top. I choose a K. Look, talisman. Prince talisman. Prince came out. Friends, talisman that affected him, and despite the Emperor, a tangible visible offer will enter his wife. Mother. Look, both his wife, and if he has a mother, he is making plans for this. Someone from the past. Friends from the past will be under the same roof, giving you solidity. Even maybe look, some of you, if you have the potential to do business, if you have the potential to earn money, well, maybe if you know some things well, he can also establish a joint business, common living space with you, because before some things are going on behind his back, he is ungrateful and suffers destructions. Even he is experiencing such troubles that he opens his eyes in the courthouse. Friends, this person will come to you again, meaning he understands that what he did was wrong and wants to come before you to talk to you, to make an agreement, to meet, to win your heart. And he will say, let's do business together and be in your life, and also let's do business together. He may say like this for some of you. Friends, yes, here the Empress is on the card with the Prince of Simel with a visible offer. If I go, this can only be like that in this offer. He and I want, but K is limited. I see I can't do it. I can't say the same. There is a high possibility of this offer being under the same roof. Let's be together under the same roof. Let's be happy. We can achieve everything. Maybe you said so. He sold it to the wrong way, but then he suffers destruction after a lot of ingratitude, and then he turns his face back to you. There is a person in our mind who is turning rip. 3 people next to yes. Very interesting. Yes, I chose a card on the 5 of Swords. He says, I should have fought for you. What did I do? I just protected myself in the sword set. He also protected himself in the staff here. He also protected himself. So I says, if I had fought for you, if I had been a little more active, some things would have happened. This is the first possibility. The second possibility is how I couldn't see these ingratitudes before, how I couldn't understand why I didn't open my eyes a little more. How did I get into this situation? Actually, there is a questioning. Friends, I say I will fight to fix everything. I chose a card on the Tower card. The Hanged Man came out as suspension. Friends, suspended. He suspended you, went and made you wait, but in time, look, the mind starts to clear up, and he made the third parties happy. There, oh friends, went to where the money is. These will work for us. There is a jogging, jumping, fun, celebrations that will run for us, but when it suspended you, it really made this side happy. And then all of a sudden, friends who suffered destruction, and during this time, It has caught hold of you as if you were in the afterlife. During this time, the mind is slowly becoming enlightened. It sees the ingratitude is being destroyed from this tower. It says like thousands of horses people fell. Won't you fall? Some say you took time, some say you waited. It says why didn't you struggle? It says all you have to do is go with a tangible, visible offer. It is not to look into the mouth of someone or someone. You should have your own brain, says friends, but after experiencing these troubles, he did. Now the King of the Wand. What do people say? You know what people talk about me like this. Friends, he thinks about himself a lot. He acts very selfish, but now he cares about the world. And you also have a circle of you have an honor and dignity. He turns his face to third parties like that. You know, you have material goods there. I have great shopping. I have great business potential. Why should I leave this place? And for a while, he makes these third parties happy. But look, he also experiences destructions in the presence of third parties. After experiencing these destructions, he comes to you anyway. That is, he already understands that famous people are not the right people. After understanding that, after experiencing those ingratitudes, he turns his face to you. He comes with a tangible, visible offer. He can say, I want to be under the same roof with you. A second possibility, he can say, I want to be under the same roof with you. I'll take it to death, my friends. I want to be under the same roof with you. He says, look, he is dreaming here. He misses the old days. He may want to talk about this. He may come to take it to your heart. Another possibility is, he can come to you, a real tangible, visible house. In other words, a roof like this, signed, he knows. Friends. Because there are so many misses the old days. In another possibility, he wants to be under the same roof with you and also wants to do a joint business with you because you both loved him and he really trusts you and misses you a lot. Friends, our cards came out like this. He might want to do business with you. Some of you should have both a job and a shared life. There is both a house and a job for some of you. Despite three people, he misses the old days a lot because he understands that love is real. Friends, here he sees ingratitude from three people. Let me say a 360-degree turn. Let me say a U-turn and turn his face completely to you. The person in our mind comes out next to three people. Yes, I got it, I accepted, and that's how it happened. I say, my friends, my videos, if you liked it, please press the like button. I would be very happy if you subscribe. See you in the next expansion. Goodbye, take care, friends.